In a world that's fallen apart, Juliet cruises through a desolate landscape, searching for anything to help her stay alive. Spotting a group of abandoned vehicles, she meticulously checks each one, even peeking into gas tanks, but finds nothing useful. Taking a moment by the sea, she resumes driving until she reaches a gas station. Armed with a gun, she scans the shelves for food but comes up empty-handed. Suddenly, the ceiling rattles, and the ominous growl of a creature called a reaper echoes from above. Juliet swiftly leaves. While on the road, she contacts her friend Harry, a fellow survivor. She updates him on her low battery and plans to take a shortcut back to their base. Shortly after, she halts her car at the site of an abandoned RV. Investigating further, she discovers a badly injured man inside. With her gun drawn, she demands to see his wound and questions him about the Reaper's whereabouts. The man reveals that he locked the Reaper in the RV and points out cans of food inside. He pleads for mercy, asking Juliet to end his suffering, but she decides to conserve her bullets, opting to uncover his wound instead. Entering the RV, Juliet engages in a fierce struggle with the Reaper, causing the vehicle to tremble violently. Despite the difficulty, she manages to eliminate the creature with a precise shot. Exiting the RV, Juliet finds the man has passed away. Gathering all available supplies, she resumes her journey, glancing at a photo of herself with a companion. A sudden gust of wind snatches the picture away, distracting Juliet as she tries to retrieve it. In the commotion, her focus shifts, leading the car off the road, resulting in a series of flips before it lands upside down. As Juliet loses consciousness, she drifts into a dream, reminiscing about her pre-apocalypse life. She recalls a rainy day spent at an art gallery, feeling disconnected from the paintings. Jack, the gallery owner and the man in the photo, approached her. Seeing her confusion, Juliet confessed she sought shelter and free food from the rain. Despite this, Jack found her amusing and shared a drink, guiding her on finding beauty in the artwork. Returning to reality, Juliet wakes to a fractured leg, trapped in the car seat. Darkness signals the imminent emergence of the Reapers, and her defenseless state amplifies the danger. Her gun lies beyond reach outside the car. Attempting to move her leg proves excruciatingly painful. Resorting to the radio for help, she discovers it's non-functional. Improvising with a stick and wire, Juliet attempts to retrieve the gun, managing to nudge it slightly before her makeshift tool breaks, leaving her unable to grasp the weapon. In the midst of her struggle, Juliet's thoughts drift to a flashback, recalling Jack abruptly leaving the gallery opening to share a meal with her. Invited to his lavish apartment, she was taken aback by its opulence and Jack's remarkable artistic talent displayed in his drawings. Over wine and cheese, Jack opened up about his family conflicts and inheritance, while Juliet, uncomfortable with his probing questions, found it hard to reciprocate. Consequently, she chose to leave. Back in the present, Juliet grits her teeth against the pain, using a pipe to free her broken leg. Determined, she improvises a tourniquet and cleanses the wound with alcohol before painstakingly resetting the bone. Another memory surfaces, depicting Juliet at a bar with a stranger. Despite noticing Jack's presence, she disregards him. Later, as she leaves with the man, Jack shadows them and discovers the man paying Juliet for some substance. In a tense moment of the flashback, the guy's attempt to kiss Juliet is met with her vehement refusal. Despite her rejection, Jack persists in trailing her on the train until they arrive in a seedy neighborhood. There, Juliet purchases more substances, confirming her involvement as a dealer. Jack reveals himself, and reluctantly, Juliet allows him to accompany her into a building. Inside, she conducts another transaction before reaching her apartment, where Jack sees the extent of her poverty. Offering assistance, Jack's gesture angers Juliet, leading to a heated exchange where she resists his charity and tries to force him out. However, when she reveals her own addiction through an injection, Jack leaves. Returning to the present, Juliet ingeniously fashions an improvised cast from items in the car. Attempting to fix the radio proves futile as her calls go unanswered. Suddenly, she hears the approach of a Reaper, prompting her to scramble out of the vehicle and retrieve her gun, seeking refuge inside. Remaining silent, she stealthily watches as the Reaper edges closer to the car. Unexpectedly, Harry's voice crackles to life on the radio just as the Reaper draws near. As the Reaper approaches, Juliet hurls the radio out of the car, diverting the creature's attention. The Reaper discards the radio before heading toward the car. Just as it's on the verge of entering, a distant noise distracts it, prompting the creature to change direction and move away. Seizing the opportunity, Juliet replaces the bullets in her gun, reflecting on another memory. In this recollection, after a brutal evening, Juliet sought refuge at Jack's apartment. Without judgment or probing questions, Jack compassionately tended to her wounds and allowed her to rest. The following morning, they shared breakfast, And when Juliet requested a walk, Jack astutely sensed her real intention, needing a fix. Offended, Juliet tried to leave but found the door locked. Jack insisted on helping her get clean, leading to a furious outburst from Juliet, who began breaking things. Jack waited for the right moment, then embraced her, offering comfort with a kiss. Back in the present, Juliet discovers glow sticks and tosses them outside to check for nearby reapers. Seeing none, she ventures out, retrieves the radio. In a sudden turn of events, a strange noise startles Juliet, prompting her to throw glow sticks in different directions until she spots a reaper atop her car. Reacting swiftly, she fires at it, rushing back into the safety of the car. Expecting another attack, she waits, but the reaper surprises her by pulling off the window cover. Terrified, Juliet attempts to move, but the reaper grabs her leg. She retaliates by starting the car, using the wheels to harm the creature, causing it to retreat momentarily. However, the reaper returns and enters through the opposite window, startling Juliet. In panic, she shoots at it, but the creature escapes once more. Attempting to steady herself, Juliet tries fixing the radio, but her trembling hands impede her efforts. Without any more alcohol to calm her nerves, she's left in a state of distress. A flashback emerges, portraying Jack and Juliet as a couple, moving into a new house together. Juliet, visibly nervous during the move, receives a tender touch from Jack, attempting to bring a smile to her face amid the challenging circumstances. In the flashback, Jack gives Juliet a tour of their new house, mentioning a room for their prospective children, which unsettles Juliet deeply. When Jack expresses his longing to hear her say she loves him, Juliet responds by indicating he already knows the answer. Returning to the present, Juliet successfully repairs the radio and contacts Harry, though the communication is unclear. She relays her predicament and seeks assistance, but the conversation abruptly ends after Harry mentions something about a beacon. Searching the car, Juliet discovers a box containing a beacon and realizes she needs to refer to the manual to activate it. While focused on the task, memories flood her mind, particularly the day she discovered her pregnancy. The initial joy of a positive test result was overshadowed by the devastating loss of the baby during labor, leaving their nursery tragically empty. Managing to activate the beacon, Juliet fortifies the windows just as the creature returns. As it approaches the car, she braces herself and uses her feet to push down the cover the Reaper tries to lift, safeguarding herself within the car. As the Reaper intensifies its attack on the car, Juliet receives a call from Harry, who assures her of their imminent rescue and emphasizes the use of light against Reapers. Regrettably, Juliet's flashlight is broken. Suddenly, the creature breaks the windshield, advancing toward her from the front. In a stroke of luck, Juliet activates the headlights, startling the creature and causing it to retreat. Relieved, she contacts Harry, only to receive disheartening news. They can't rescue her until sunrise due to the danger of venturing out at night. This news triggers another painful memory. Following the loss of their baby, tension brewed between Jack and Juliet. In a moment of despair, Juliet fled, prompting Jack to search for her. Their confrontation unveiled deeper issues, with Juliet confessing her reluctance for a child and feeling pressured by Jack. This led to a heated argument where Jack, attributing blame to Juliet's past addiction for the baby's death, walked away, ending their relationship. In the present moment of distress, Juliet, hearing an approaching engine, desperately honks the car horn to attract attention. Two men on a bike respond, with one offering to help. However, to her horror, the supposed helper turns out to be a cannibal intent on harming her. In the struggle to fend him off, the Reaper returns, dragging the assailant out and gruesomely dispatching him. As Juliet witnesses the macabre scene, a flashback unravels. Following the argument with Jack, Juliet sought solace in a bar, drowning herself in alcohol while ignoring Jack's persistent calls. It's then that news of a chemical attack at the subway station, claiming over 30 lives, flashes on the TV. An unknown caller informs Juliet of Jack's injury in the attack, prompting her rush to the hospital. Back in the present, overwhelmed by the grim events, Juliet considers taking her own life but is haunted by relentless memories. In the hospital, Juliet discovered that Jack, injured and unable to speak, still communicated through gestures. Using a special touch on her face and a board to spell out "I love you," Jack prompted Juliet to respond with a heartfelt "me too." He also extracted a promise from her never to give up, a pledge that resonates in the present. Determined to honor her promise, Juliet puts down the gun, opting for a different approach. Gathering a flare and 2 gas containers, she ventures outside the car. Dousing one container with gas, she ignites the flare, waving it to attract the Reaper's attention. As the creature approaches, she walks backward, intending to shoot the gas-soaked container for an explosive distraction. However, the Reaper evades the explosion just in time. Undeterred, Juliet searches for the Reaper, only for it to unexpectedly appear behind her. In a moment of terror, she drops the gun. Juliet desperately pushes the creature's thin arms away and retreats into the car, but the Reaper seizes her wounded leg, causing her to bleed. The relentless struggle continues as Juliet reaches for her gun, but the Reaper violently throws her out of the car, sending her crashing to the ground. Summoning her courage, she manages to fire 2 shots at the creature, bringing it down. Overwhelmed by the moment, Juliet weeps, remembering the devastating day when she returned to the hospital only to discover Jack's passing, leading to a heart-wrenching breakdown. As morning breaks, the Reaper begins to stir, and Juliet, out of bullets, faces impending danger. Unexpectedly, the creature moves closer, but instead of attacking, it gently touches her face, revealing itself as Jack. Memories flood in, recalling the day they first met, Jack's talk about fate, and his gesture of closing the gallery to be with her. In a poignant moment, Juliet embraces Jack, finally confessing her love for him. With a new bullet in the gun, she leans their heads together, choosing to end their lives and venture into the afterlife together. And with this, the movies comes to an end. Thanks for tuning in, guys.